Hi, this is Ella Rivkin, and today I'm here with John Furth at Barnes & Noble's at the book signing of his book which just came out, Owning Your Tomorrow. So John, this is a special and excited moment for you. How do you feel?
A little nervous. It's exciting. It's my first book. It's a book that's important to me. It's been a chance for me to really sort of summarize a lot of my thinking on a whole bunch of topics that concern business, not just disruptive business. Interesting journey. You're never quite sure what's going to happen next.
Wow. Would you just tell the readers what motivated you to write the book?
Well, it's obviously disruption as a word has become quite an important topic for the world for many, many reasons. 9/11, companies like Amazon and Netflix, which are active disruptors and causing some short-term pain, but really transforming the planet in many ways. So it was obviously a topic out there, and it was something I was very interested in because I think my own personality trends to the disruptive, hopefully in a positive way. In other words, trying to shake up old traditional ways of doing things in favor of improving them, making them better, improving our life on planet, which is sort of the basis of disruption. And then I sat down with my publisher, and within an hour, we decided this was the topic. So he sort of represented the publishing world, the world of books and the market, and he said, there's definitely a demand for this kind of topic on the market. So we agreed very quickly that this is what I was going to write about.
Wow, and I absolutely love the name, Owning Tomorrow. Wow, this is amazing. How did you come up with this title?
Oh, well, actually, how we came up with this title was with Daniel, with the PR marketing firm. I had gone through several titles, none of which quite captured, I thought, what I was wanted to do. And so I sat down with Daniel, and we kind of just kept throwing things out. And I said, let's talk about adjectives, descriptors of what we think this is all about. And we came up with a couple of words that I thought were good words, unstoppable being one of them, so the subtitle came out before the final title.
Yeah.
And then we got to the topic that it's really about future, and it's about having the ownership, the leadership to be able to make the future happen the way you want it. And then literally we went online and started looking for other books. So Owning the Future was taken, some other options, and then suddenly it just popped out, literally, Owning Tomorrow. And I think Own Your Tomorrow had been taken, or there was something out there, but Owning Tomorrow had not been used yet. We hit on it, we got it copyrighted immediately, and got the URL for the website, and then that became the name of the book.
And I remember when you even asked me through our coaching session, when you asked me a question, and it got stuck into me, like every morning when I wake up, I ask myself that question, like, what Ella's tomorrow looks like. So I absolutely love the name, and I think it has like that special twing because it makes you actually think of what do you want your tomorrow to be like.
Right.
So I absolutely love the name.
And the well, thank you. And the topic is such, the way it's laid out in the book, is that so many people don't own their tomorrows, are not up to the task of doing it, and it's hopefully, with the book, not that hard. It's really just a question of being willing to call your beliefs and certain mindsets and so forth into question and saying, maybe this isn't working anymore. The problem is we can't see ourselves. And so even though something may not be working out, it's very hard to get the objectivity without a third party to do that. But this is one of the motivations to write the book, is to help people understand just how important it is to be able to disrupt certain things in your personal life that's getting in the way of your goals.
You talk about the personal disruption. Would you tell the readers, please, how the disruption occurred in your life, in your personal life?
Well, first of all, I think I have a fairly disruptive family in the sense of looking at things and saying, this just isn't working. Whether it's a big thing like an industry, or whether it's small personal things. But my family is very much of the mindset that, good enough isn't good enough. And that there's a whole bunch of problems in the world, problems that affect us, but then also problems that we cause. And so my parents had that mindset. Then I went to undergraduate at Harvard, and Harvard is definitely a disruptive institution. Again, in the sense that it can always be better. There are ways to apply what they teach you, which is to think on your own feet, to reconsider things that you may say is correct, but maybe it's not. So I think through that added to me. And so I think by nature and by training and just the environment I grew up in, I became very disruptive. And so part of it was me going out in the world and saying, what do I want to do? And often I had to disrupt things I was doing that was leading me in a direction that I didn't ultimately think I should be going in. I was actually a composer before I became a businessman,
Wow.
consultant. And I just realized at some point, one, it wasn't going to pay the bills. Two, the commitment wasn't as strong as I think it had to be. So I did a reverse course. I was living in Germany, came back and did my MBA and set off on a course of first banking and then consulting, which was highly fulfilling. And at some point, that market had changed, so it was being disrupted by a whole bunch of different things, technology and so forth. And so then I had to rethink what I was doing, which is very important if you're a consultant or a service provider. Where was I adding value? What really was I committed to, which was ultimately my clients, as it should be, the success of my clients. And that's when I decided coaching was probably a better way to deliver that value than consulting. And it took some new training, new way of doing things, and I'm still learning, but it gave me a much better impulse to continue adding value, I hope, to my clients.
Wow.
So those are just too small, but there are other things that I've been through. And I've been a disruptive consultant, as in going into situations where it's not working and having to find a way to get through the leadership that they have to change and transform what they're doing. So a lot of my business and my clients have been through disruptive transformation.
Mm-hmm. So, John, can you tell us, please, where can readers find you if they want to purchase the book, if they want to find you to find out a little bit more about disruptive leadership and how you can actually help them?
Well, obviously one place is Barnes & Noble, and I thank them for hosting my book signing, and they've been great to work with, so I want to give a shout out that certainly they have copies of the book to sell. At the risk of offending them, obviously I'm also on Amazon, so the book is easily purchased by Amazon. So in purchasing, that's probably the two places you can go. In terms of me, I have a website, johnffurth.com. I'm doing a radio show with Lisa Wexler on the 2nd of July.
Wow.
I'm doing some podcasts. We're in the course of setting up a whole series of events around New York City and also in California starting in September. First one is September 12th at the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce. And then obviously the best way to find me literally is through the website. But I do work with people like yourself as their coach. I have a Vistage group that I'm constantly looking for good members. Those are generally business owners of smaller businesses. And I do some consulting, and then I am developing a series of seminars and workshops so that people can experience the book more than just reading it, usually one-day seminars. And my hope is that people will learn just how important disruption is to not only their lives, but their businesses and to the world, but also learn certain valuable techniques that will allow them to become good disruptors, both of themselves, of the world around them, and things that aren't working. Because there's always a danger that disruption will become destruction if you don't do it right.
Yes, yeah, absolutely agree. Yes. Well, congratulations. This is an exciting moment for you, and I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ella.
Thank you.